Hello. So I'm out in the tent real quick just because my house is full of children. I wouldn't say that it's peaceful, but it's not because there's cars going on and neighborhood doing stuff. But there is my wind chimes here and there. Anyway, so these are the cards that I pulled a little bit ago. Okay. Perspective and perfection. And this is how, this is the word perspective have been coming up for me, and perception has been coming up for me a lot in the last 2 weeks. And I don't know, maybe it's just because my perspective on the word is a little bit different. I don't know. But and what these two cards mean for me today is that the role that perspective plays in our journey. It allows us to perfect, how we look at things. So to me, the way that we look at things depends on how you are on the inside, how you view yourself and how you view others. And a lot of that is where all our shadows are, you know what I mean? All the things that we have to work on comes from how you view yourself and how you view other people, because that's the lens you're going to use for information you're getting in. Like, say, getting a reading. Like, say you take this information and you take it personally. It's going to mean a little bit different to you than if somebody takes it as like, oh, that's something I never thought of before. So it's almost like perspective is a superpower. If you have honed that and you perfect that, which I don't think we really can, it's just an observing. And to me, that's another point, is I feel like that's the point of the observer. The observer is you get all this information, all these clues, whether it be from God, spirit, universe, your guides, your angels, whatever you believe in, whatever source information you get from that, and even from each other. Like, we watch these readings and these videos about stuff because we like to get that information, right? But how you receive it is going to depend on how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the outside world, right? Your perspective. And if there's kind of like a perspective that's like, you think from a place of lack, or you're a little bit resistant, or there's certain areas. So that's going to project how you take the next step with that information, right? So that step on your journey is going to help train you in a way to either work on that, allow you to make some mistakes that you have to learn from, or if you progress a little bit, that brings you to another level. So in a way, it's kind of beautiful, really, you think about it. So the way that you perceive things is really the whole point of the journey, I think. So as you go along and you work on these things, we work on our shadows, we work on our crappy parts of ourselves. It's meant to be that way, I think. It's almost like when you play video games. I use this scenario a lot just because, being a kid in the 80s and 90s, that's what it feels like to me, is when you play like Mega Man. Oh my gosh, I sucked at that game so bad. But it's muscle memory with your brain too. Like, you're playing those scenes over and over and over again until you get it right. You're like, oh yeah, that level is here, and if I hit it just right, I won't fall and die, right? So you learn that, you go to the next level. So that's kind of where it is. So we need to think about that, because a lot of times we take information in and we want to skip past that level so fast. We want to skip past the hard part, the fixing part. And I don't want to say fixing because that sounds bad, but the part we need to work on, the part we need to kind of balance out. And so if we're looking at that with a perspective that's of lack, or from a wishful thinking and not looking at the truth of it, then that'll bring us a lesson, right? So in the end, that's how this whole system is designed. So I'm going to leave you guys with that.